everyone. Welcome back to Just a Dude podcast. I am your host, Nathan, and today we're going to talk about the top news stories that happened in the last week. These stories range from groundbreaking scientific achievements to tragic events, and everything in between, so buckle up. There's a lot to unpack. Let's get started. Starting with a tragic event on January 1st of 2025, a truck attack in New Orleans shook the nation. On January 1st, a devastating vehicle ramming attack occurred along Bourbon Street in New Orleans, Louisiana. A Ford F-150 Lightning plowed into a crowd of pedestrians, resulting in at least 16 fatalities and injuring 35 others. The assailant was killed during the incident. The attack shocked the nation, casting a somber shadow over New Year's celebrations. Authorities launched an immediate investigation to determine the motive behind the attack to assess whether it was an isolated incident or part of a larger threat. The FBI's preliminary findings suggested that the suspect acted alone, though investigations were ongoing to uncover any potential connections or influences. In the aftermath, New Orleans authorities increased security measures in public areas to prevent similar tragedies. The community came together in vigils and memorials to honor the victims, demonstrating resilience in the face of adversity. Local leaders emphasized the importance of unity and vigilance, urging citizens to report any suspicious activities. The incident reignited national debates on public safety, counterterrorism strategies, and the balances between security and civil liberties. Lawmakers called for a review of existing policies to address potential vulnerabilities in urban centers, aiming to prevent future attacks and ensure the safety of citizens during public gatherings. On the same day, January 1st, a Tesla Cybertruck exploded outside the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas, killing one person and injuring 7 others. The explosion caused significant property damage and led to the hotel's evacuation. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police and federal agencies, including the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, initiated a comprehensive investigation to determine the cause of the explosion. Early reports indicated that the vehicle was stationary at the time of the blast, and authorities were exploring possibilities ranging from mechanical failure to deliberate sabotage. The incident raised concerns about the safety of electric vehicles, particularly regarding battery integrity and potential vulnerabilities, but Tesla released a statement expressing condolences to the victim and pledging full cooperation with the investigation. The company also reiterated its commitment to safety and pronounced plans to conduct an internal review to assess any potential issues related to the Cybertruck model. As the investigation progressed, authorities urged the public to avoid speculation and await official findings. The incident underscored the importance of rigorous safety standards in the rapidly evolving electric vehicle industry and highlighted the need for ongoing monitoring and assessment of emerging technologies to ensure public safety, and this would include rideshare tools. For more on these two stories, please see my podcast titled Just a Dude and the New Year's Day Tragedies from January 2nd of this year. On January 2nd, the U.S. Court of Appeals struck down the FCC's authority to enforce net neutrality rules. This decision could lead to internet service providers prioritizing certain content over others, sparking debates over fairness and consumer choice. The decision marked a pivotal moment in the ongoing debate over internet regulation. Proponents of net neutrality argued that the absence of such regulations could lead to a tiered internet service model where providers might prioritize certain content for higher fees, potentially hampering innovation and limiting consumer choice. Conversely, opponents contended that deregulation would encourage investments in infrastructure and promote competition. In response to the ruling, several consumer advocacy groups expressed concern over the potential implications for internet users, particularly regarding access to information and the preservation of an open internet. Some state governments indicated their plans to implement their own net neutrality laws to counteract the federal decision, setting the stage for potential legal conflicts over state versus federal regulatory authority. The FCC, acknowledging the court's decision, stated that it would explore alternative avenues to promote fair internet practices within the constraints of the law. The ruling prompted renewed discussions in Congress about the necessity of legislative action to establish clear and consistent net neutrality standards nationwide, reflecting the evolving landscape of digital communication and commerce. On January 3rd, President Biden blocked Nippon Steel's acquisition of U.S. Steel, citing national security concerns. The administration is keen on keeping critical industries like steel production under domestic control. The blocked acquisition highlighted the administration's commitment to protecting critical industries deemed vital to national interests. The steel industry, in particular, is considered essential for infrastructure, defense, and economic stability. By preventing foreign control over U.S. steel, the administration aimed to ensure the industry's resilience and capacity to meet national demands. Nippon Steel expressed disappointment with the decision, noting that the acquisition was intended to foster collaboration and technological advancement between the two companies. The company indicated plans to seek further dialogue with U.S. officials to address the concerns raised and explore potential pathways forward. The intervention underscored the broader geopolitical considerations influencing international business transactions. It also reflected the administration's focus on maintaining domestic control over industries that are critical to national security amidst a global landscape of shifting alliances and economic competition. Also on January 3rd, Surgeon General Vivek Murthy called for mandatory cancer warnings on alcoholic beverages. This recommendation stems from research linking alcohol consumption to various cancers. The proposal has sparked debate between health advocates and the alcohol industry. Advocates say it is a necessary step for public health, while critics urge it may hurt businesses. Expanding on this, studies have highlighted that even moderate alcohol consumption can significantly increase the risk of cancers such as breast, liver, and colorectal cancer. Public health officials emphasize that these warnings could encourage consumers to make more informed decisions about their drinking habits. The alcohol industry has pushed back, arguing that the research is inconclusive and that such warnings could negatively affect jobs and revenues in a multi-billion-dollar sector. Industry representatives have called for more dialogue and a thorough review of the scientific evidence before any mandates are implemented. Despite the controversy, the Surgeon General's proposal has gained traction among the advocacy groups. Many compare this initiative to the successful implementation of warning labels on tobacco products, which played a crucial role in reducing smoking rates globally. The next step will likely involve congressional hearings and public consultations. Regardless, this marks an important moment in raising awareness about alcohol-related health risks. As a reminder to those that struggle with addiction, there are programs out there to help. You can visit Alcoholics Anonymous at aa.org or Narcotics Anonymous at na.org for additional information and help with alcohol and/or drug addiction. Shifting to a brighter note, on December 30th, NASA deployed the first modules for the Artemis lunar base on the Moon's South Pole. This milestone is part of humanity's effort to establish a sustainable presence on the Moon. The Artemis program, a cornerstone of NASA's exploration strategy, aims to utilize the Moon as a testing ground for future human missions to Mars. The South Pole was chosen for its abundance of water ice, which can be converted into oxygen, drinking water, and rocket fuel. The deployed modules are designed to support a crew of 4 astronauts for extended periods, enabling a wide range of scientific experiments and engineering tasks. This achievement received praise from international partners and private space companies collaborating with NASA. The milestone underscored the importance of global cooperation in advancing space exploration and technology. Scientists anticipate groundbreaking research opportunities from the lunar base, particularly in the fields of astrobiology, geology, and solar radiation studies. Huge shout out to NASA for taking this giant leap forward. From December 28th to January 1st, a massive winter storm wreaked havoc across the Midwest. Record-breaking snowfall and icy conditions caused widespread travel disruptions and power outages. Millions of residents faced power outages as utility companies struggled to restore electricity among the storm's intensity. Emergency shelters were opened to accommodate displaced individuals, while local authorities worked tirelessly to clear roads and ensure public safety. Unfortunately, the extreme weather led to dozens of fatalities and injuries due to accidents and exposure to the cold. The storm renewed discussions about climate change's impact on extreme weather patterns. Meteorologists highlighted the storm's intensity as part of a growing trend of severe winter events influenced by shifts in atmospheric circulation. Calls for improved infrastructure resilience and climate adaptation strategies gained momentum as communities began recovery efforts. Resilience and preparedness remain critical as we face these challenges. While many say these weather events are part of global warming, there are many instances like this that have happened frequently in the past. While taking care of our environment should be a top priority, not everything relates to a global environmental pandemic, as our weather history shows. Sometimes weather events are just that, events. On December 29th, researchers announced a groundbreaking gene therapy for Alzheimer's disease, also known as type 3 diabetes. The therapy showed promise in halting and even reversing the disease's progression during clinical trials. The study, published in the journal Nature Medicine, demonstrated significant cognitive improvements in participants, the minimal side effects. The innovative approach uses CRISPR-based gene editing technology to address genetic risk factors directly, offering a potentially transformative treatment option for millions of people worldwide. The breakthrough was hailed as a major step forward in combating one of the most devastating neurodegenerative diseases. Advocacy groups expressed hope that the therapy could be fast-tracked for regulatory approval and widespread use. The news also reignited discussions about investment in medical research and the ethical considerations surrounding gene editing technology. Here's to a future where diseases like Alzheimer's are no longer devastating lives. And there you have it, folks, the top news stories from the past week. From tragedy to triumph, these stories reflect the complexities of our world. I want to thank you for tuning in to Just a Dude podcast. Please don't forget to subscribe to us wherever we are, share, and leave a review. Until next time, stay informed and take care.